Hello everyone. In this case, I want to explain to you about how to teach a good English um, based on the topics about writing, speaking, listening, and reading. For me, I have two options where I can teach in a good way because the main goal is when you try to explain something about English and how to express all ideas or vocabulary that in this case is very necessary when you try to teach a good English. For example, my case, I decide to explain about, for example, reading and writing. But if you have to choose between reading and writing, it's much better reading. And if I have to choose between speaking and listening, I choose speaking. Okay. In this moment, I want to explain about speaking and reading. I am going to work about that because in my experience teaching English, I have seen different results, positive results, when you try to explain English in those cases. For example, if you want to teach English and you need to teach something important about English, in this case when you want to explain something about grammar, and you need the students try to learn and try to practice themselves. The main goal is when you try to explain before and try to do some exercises where they can practice by themselves. For example, I am going to work first with speaking. Okay, the first. I can suppose that my students they don't know how to speak English. Okay, let's begin in that way. After, I am going to explain about, for example, to say to hello, to say to goodbye, and try to give them some vocabulary to say to hello and ask a question, to say goodbye and ask, for example, how are you, how are you going to do, or something like that, and ask names, ages, directions, or something like that in speaking, and they try to repeat. Is something boring? Yes, I know, but that is the way how we can learn this language. So, when I need to practice how to organize the sentence, it's much better reading. Why reading? I am going to explain to you why. Because when you need to organize the sentence in English, for example, you need to create a sentence, a conversation, something like that, and you are practicing in reading with books in English, totally in English, and you try to organize the sentence because when you are reading, you can organize the sentence without thinking in Spanish. In that way, they can speak faster, they can pronounce much better. Okay, that is another point. When they need to practice how to speak faster, they must read in English all the time, at least 10 or 20 minutes per day, but in a lot of boys, obviously. And after they try to practice at home uh, by themselves, or they have some friends who speak English, or relatives living in another country where they can speak English only. They practice with them, speaking and organizing the sentence and try to create a conversation, because that is much better for them. That is the point. In my case, I can sum up my job is only at the beginning it's much better to teach reading and speaking. Speaking because you can organize the sentence and try to give them vocabulary, and reading because they can learn how to organize the sentence by themselves. That is my point. That is a good result, because in that way I could learn how to speak this language. Okay, thank you very much, and I want to speak a little more, but I can't because my time is out. All right, thank you, blessings.